Start in a second here. Okay? Still not okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and begin. Keep an eye out. It's 4 after, so we'll begin when on your cue.
Ready when you are, Mr. Chair.
Okay, we're ready then. So we'll begin the Planning Committee meeting of Akron City Council. Roll call.
Fusco.
Aye.
Kamer.
Aye.
Connor.
Aye.
Baylor. Mosley.
Aye.
All members are present except for Baylor.
Thank you. Also like to entertain a motion that we accept the minutes of the previously held meeting.
So moved.
Is there a second? Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against?
Aye.
Against? The ayes have it. Okay. There is no public hearings today, so in terms of the regular list of legislation, we will pass that and go into the, not pass it, just pass it by, and go into the new list of legislation, of which the first item is authorizing a conditional use to construct a restaurant at 497 East Waterloo Road. Is there a motion to refer? Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Against? The ayes have it. Very good, thank you. The second one is an ordinance approving the sale of various city-owned properties pursuant to the city's land realization program in order to facilitate the productive reuse of the property and to reduce the cost to the city and the taxpayers in maintaining vacant lots.
Yes, hi, thank you very much. We have 2 parcels, one on Krause and one on Allen Street, that we're proposing to sell under the land utilization program, and both purchasers intend to build a house on each parcel.
Very good, good news. And this is the traditional, it seems as though what?
This is the 5 cents a square
5 cents a
price.
square, yeah.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Questions or comments from any committee members or council members? Consent agenda okay on this?
That'd be fine, thank you.
Is there a motion for consent? Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Against? The ayes have it, okay. The third item is authorizing the purchase of one property on Cordova Avenue in furtherance of the city's Great Streets Akron initiative.
Yes, hi, thanks again. This is a vacant parcel behind, I think it's 1474 Copley Road, the old VFW, and we are purchasing that to go along with the eventual Copley Resource Center for parking purposes.
Oh, okay, I see now, right. Very good. Is there questions or comments from Mr. Malik?
Thank you. Sorry about that. What is the timeline on the Resource Center project?
I don't have a great run right now. We are currently getting, I think the engineers would tell me we have about like 60% design, and we're moving forward to something that would be a biddable design, but we would hope to be under construction this year.
Great, thank you.
Mr. Chair, we have a hand raised on Zoom. Councilman Neal has his hand raised.
Oh, okay. Mr. Neal?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Excuse me for not being on camera. I just want to make sure that when plans are made to start to develop that parcel for parking, that we include the residents, because that is encroaching into the residential area. I did have a brief conversation, excuse me if I'm getting them confused, with Mr. Roman and Mr. Antonucci. I forget which one I talked about this, but want to make sure that we do right by making sure that there's ample landscaping and fencing, so that's as appealing as possible, because that doesn't start to encroach in the residential area.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes,
Neal.
thank you. And we did not specifically discuss that. It must have been Mr. Antonucci, but I agree completely.
Yeah, is this going, would this require
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you, sir.
I was saying, I don't think we discussed it, you and I specifically, but I agree. We need to make this as appealing as possible.
Question, if I could, Mr. Neal, I would like to ask Mr. Antonucci if this is going to require conditional use?
I'll have to take a look, but it may very well. I think it's going into up Cordova, which may be into the residential neighborhood, which
Okay.
would require conditional use. Also, because it's a city project, urban design would be involved, so we would make sure that it's
Right.
properly landscaped and fenced and the like.
And just making sure that the ward council person's involved in that process, and let us know if there's a conditional use that's going to go forward on this that we'll
Absolutely.
be looking at. Anything else,
And
Mr.
also,
Neal?
until that time, if we can make sure that we pay special attention, because that property, I've received calls multiple times from residents from it not being kept up, high weeds, and now that we've got that part in the back, if we can make sure that we pay special attention to keep that manicured properly. I know there was also a problem with people dumping tires and debris back there, so just want to model what we ask, our constituents to do by being a good neighbor, keeping that property up until it's developed, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good. Further questions or comments? Is consent agenda okay?
Yes.
Okay, very good. I'd like to, short of any questions or concerns, I'd like to entertain a motion for consent agenda. Is there a second? There's a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against?
Aye.
Very good. The ayes have it. With that, this planning committee is adjourned. Thanks. Sarah Bibiano. Madam Clerk.
Our next committee of the day will be the Public Service Committee. Those committee members are Mosley, Kamer, Holland, Lombardo, and McKittrick. Again, that's Public Service, which will begin at 2 o'clock. Thank you.